What's up, y'all? Your boy Shuck back again with another video. This is the Racing Club Season 3, Race 1 at the Trial Mountain, top split, Group A. And it's a full coverage of the race, all the overtakes, all the incidents, everything like the one you're about to see from Rude here in the very beginning, lap 1. And then the next incident as well is me on lap 2. This is just very scuffed though. I bit off way more than I could chew editing this video. I got extra footage luckily from Group B at the end as well, courtesy to Santos, but we'll just tune right on in and just get with it. So starting lap 3, we got Cobra leading with Hilo behind him, Lessie following up in third with Shade, and Mike Lowry to finish the top 5. You know, these guys, they fought hard the entire race. Cobra, Lessie, Hilo, gotta give them a big shout out. You know, we had great racers throughout the entire time, but, you know, here's me catching back up with the group after that huge crash I had on lap 2. Just fighting it out with some of these guys. Shade coming in for an early pit at lap 5. I'm not sure what was about that, but, you know, we did have some lag, you'll see, with Homer and Shade quite a bit in this race. Makes for a funny pit stop at one point, but you can see, man, these guys just utmost skill. They're just ripping it up ahead of the pack, fighting for that first place. I'm spinning out again already, getting overtaken by Dipshy here, so I decided to go for that early pit. Look at this, flying through here through some of these first corners of the Trial Mountain. Hilo finally taking that lead by lap 8, and I guess Cobra is on softs along with Lessie. They decide to go for that early pit stop. Mike Lowry stays out. We had Abby also and Gavin take the that lap 8 pit stop. Look at these. Now that they've come back out, they're fighting mid-pack, fighting their way back up to the front, overtaking Dipshy here. Oh, but Dipshy runs wide, ends up smacking the wall, and Shade takes the inside. Little network lag there, but, you know, he got it under control and took that position. Galahad ends up taking that pit stop on lap 9. Twax and Rude, I think they fight quite a bit through this race. You know, oof, great corner there, fighting all the way up the mountain. Awesome stuff on lap 11. I think because of this overtake, Twax ends up taking that pit stop. And then Rude comes back in 2 laps later. We got Lessie coming through on lap 14 with a huge crash. Not losing too much, luckily, though. The grid had spread out by quite a bit at that point. He is shooting ahead to me, fighting out with Gavin here on lap 14. Just kind of fighting my way back through the pack now after the multiple crashes that I've had. We got Twax fighting it out with Dipshy coming up through here. We got Rude right behind, following real close, getting the undercut on the inside. At the same exact time, we've got me fighting with Sinelli. Remember, this is all going to be chronological. This is all going to be in order. So sometimes we may jump across the track, but know that it's because these things are happening at the same time. Ooh, Gavin fighting it out with me at these last corners, and I swing wide. He saves me. I give him the place back. I was like, bro, you just saved my life. You saved my life there, Gavin. Here we go. Rude and Twax fighting again, coming up into the first tunnel. We're right behind them, fighting as well. Literally 2 different packs. Literally just 2 seconds apart, maybe. Oh, man, dude. Some of these corners are great to fight through, especially... Look at this. Oh, I get the late break on him. Oh, Gavin tries to get on the gas early coming out of there and gets the spin. I wasn't going to be there to save him that time, sadly. Thank you. Again. Oh, look at this. Twax trying to follow Rude down the back straight, but Rude just getting that swerve. He says, you're not getting my slipstream today. Won't be able to use that to get up the mountain quicker. Finally, we had the pit stop there from Mike Lowry. I guess they had taken the mediums, or maybe they took the hards at first. I'm not sure. I think a lot of people opted for either a 1 or 2 pit stop. Whoa, Homer took a late pit, and he had a crazy desync lag, if you just seen that. Homer and Shade in the pits right now. Rude coming into pit again on 18. Got a fight here. Rude, he's coming out of the pits, fighting his way back up to the front. Passing Abby here. Ooh, great little undercut. Great little fake out. And don't get it wrong. You know, the way we talk about this race, these are all the top tier drivers of the TRC. These are the fastest we have available. Everybody here is a very, very good racer. There's a lot of psychological moves that happen. There's a lot of, you know, positioning your car to maybe freak somebody out into late braking or, you know, turning in too early or something. Oh, look at this. Galahad had the penalty coming out of the pits, and I was able to get that overtake on him, which was super nice. I did not even expect that, honestly. I was wondering what was going on, but watching the replay, it's because he served a 1 second penalty. You know, people are coming in, they're getting their first, sometimes second pits. I think everyone was trying to just manage the tires at this point. No one really knew what the strategy was going to be. What ends up happening is I think that Hilo ended up doing the mediums to hards, and that was the move. He did one stop medium to hards and took it. Colbert was never able to like fully catch up, sadly. He has a little blunder towards the end. Lots of good fighting throughout the entire race from the whole pack from beginning to end. It was just good stuff. You see me creeping up here on Abby as well, getting a couple good corners. I didn't think I bumped, but if you look, that was like the weirdest. Again, I think it was the desync. I ended up running wide because I felt so weird about it. Because it was like, I didn't hit, but I did. I don't know. Rude getting it in. Right under Dipshy there. That was a great corner. Great braking out of Rude. Here I am following up Dipshy coming through here. Getting a couple really good corners. I just nailed this last swooping corner right there. Follow him all the way down to the end. Get the undercut. Next lap, Galahad doing the same thing to Dipshy. That's a hard one to defend, though, especially when you're the one that was in front to start. Like right here. Here we go. Dipshy coming out onto Galahad. Rude with the awesome undercut here, even with the penalty in hand. Coming up at the very end. Timers run out. We are just finishing up right here. Rude ends up crossing over first. Twaxi wasn't able to secure that one. Cobra ended up taking second place with Hilo in first. That was a great race out of Group A. So then we end up going to Group B. This is some of the footage courtesy of Santos. Right off the rip, we've got a little incident in the back. It looks like Sauce had an issue, and Das and Zebra just run right into the back of him. Oh, feels so bad for Zebra there. And we just jump right into some of the B footage. We've got some good fighting coming up through here as Circus spins out on lap 1. No. Back to the back of the pack, following right up behind Zebra there. Then we're going to shoot right ahead halfway through the race. Lap 15, following Nexstar through here. They've got a big pack. Look at this good fighting going on between him, Papa, Circus, and Santos, leading it out. Great fighting up through the first couple turns. Back straightaway, going 3 wide right now. These guys are just absolutely getting it. This is halfway through the race, you think. Oh, Nexstar getting the pole from underneath on both of them. Great racing out of him. Papa and Circus following up right behind. Looks like Circus is fighting right here against Santos. They're going a little back and forth here. Santos ends up taking it through the tunnel. Fighting it out after these next couple corners. Real nice and close. Santos ends up just taking it, though. Running it out. Had to get a little clip of my boy Das here getting a little overtake. Without him, I would not be in the TRC. This fight between JP and Tidy, though, on lap 26, had to highlight it. The different camera angles really highlights how quick and how close this fight was. One blunder out of either of them would have set them, but they are just fighting it out. Tidy giving JP the room he needs to take that corner without compromising it. I loved it. All the way down to the last corner here. Tidy ends up taking the inside, and they run it up. Lap 28. Papa getting the undercut in the tunnel on Tidy. They fight up through the next couple corners. Onto the back straightaway. Papa's got the lead. Smacks the corner. Spins out on the last lap of the race, basically. Sully ends up taking the win. Papa ended up being fourth, only losing that one position. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, it ain't gonna be no 12-minute video. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna stick to the shorter form content. Thanks again, guys.